What's happening?
Yeah, Tony, you're only as good as your last pick. I've lost two straight results. Let's just be fair and open and honest with our results. I said yesterday I was kidding, right? It didn't have a monster day in a few weeks. Well, he really knocked one out. But it's not just me, Tony. That handicapper leaderboard has been uh, deep for days with the entire team, really. 10 deep every day with profitable cappers. And I don't know, we're not running a full roster necessarily compared to the other sites,
Half,
just
yeah,
about
pretty much
winning right
half.
now.
Yeah, we pretty much
Yeah.
half of what everyone else is. But yeah, we're putting some great results up there. But speaking of results tonight, we go to the NBA here with the Jazz and the Spurs getting together here. Jazz up to a 4.5, total 234.5.
Yeah, well, I mean, baseball games to preview, so here we are. Anyways, Utah and San Antonio. Maybe not the worst game on the card, not the best, but it is an important game. It's desperation time for the Utah Jazz. This is it, man. Time is running out. It may be over, actually, considering Utah's upcoming schedule. They're sitting right now in 12th. They're a half a game back of Dallas, or two back of the Lakers and OKC. Probably not going to make that play in the way it's going for Utah. They just lost to Phoenix, 117-103 for their fourth straight loss here. So it's going bad for Utah at the wrong time. And now Lauri Markkanen is going to miss that game. It hasn't quite worked out for him with his injury. So he's going to need a little bit more to recover from that. And that's big time, right? He's a big time scorer. So he's out for Utah tonight. So is Jordan Clarkson, another pretty decent scorer. So looking for maybe this one. Look, when I look on the surface and I see Utah and San Antonio, my radar goes right up to over. I'm like thinking over, right? Even especially at home, San Antonio. Maybe they can get something done, but I don't know about right now if they can get this game to an over with Utah. The public saying over. It looks like the pundits that have talked about this game. I think you look because of the two teams and their propensity to go over, but look what you're missing with Markin and with Clarkson, and on the other side with San Antonio. Look, we don't want to call them a bunch of no-namers. These guys are professional basketball players. But look for the players that are out for San Antonio once again. These guys are having trouble right now at the end of the season getting on the court. Keldon Johnson. Oh, a lot of average fan is going to say, "Who's Keldon Johnson?" We know, you guys know. We're all, our channel. We know who these guys. Keldon Johnson's a 22 points a game scorer. He's like, San Antonio's long-term hope. He's a very good-looking player. He's got, big promise. Keldon Johnson. Who else is out? Vassell. Vassell averages 18 a game. That's 40 points a game from San Antonio, a team that just got beat on their road trip by an average of 31 points per game on their four-game losing streak on their road trip. They've gone under in four of their last five. So, and Sohan is out too. Now he's not a scorer. We know but he's a do it all. He's great to watch, fun to watch. There, he definitely we know we made it to the All Star weekend with the Rising Stars game. So they'll be coming in with guys like Jones and Branham and Bates Diop and well, I guess your buddy too, Tony, that doesn't play any defense for Utah anyway. Fontecchio will be in there. Maybe San Antonio. Maybe but who's up with it against him? McDermott. Well, maybe McDermott can score, but he's not going to be a big time scorer. I've got this one going under, Tony. The meetings last month, San Antonio actually won one of them, 102 to 94. They've actually this has been Utah's worst series. San Antonio's kind of had their number until that one win. San Antonio 102-94. The Spurs grabbed it, but Utah won before that 118-102. That was also an under. That was the one that stopped kind of the run of San Antonio. So four of the last five meetings have gone under. Utah's gone under in four of their last five against sub 500 teams, and I think it's going under again. Maybe 117 to 107, maybe 112 to 102, but I don't think the Spurs can contribute enough right now without. We will often say, hey, just because the leading scorers are out, guys will step up. There's always a little bit of tick down, right? I mean, you're not going to be able to make up for a scorer. And for San Antonio, a team that doesn't necessarily have, uh, I don't know, I don't think they would have the same depth. Otherwise, they'd have a better record. When they're missing 40 points out of their starting lineup, think that's a big deal. I've got this one under 234, Utah and San Antonio. Maybe for Utah, Tony, there you think if a team's given up, maybe it's on the defensive end, but I'm not so sure about that. And Utah, I don't know how they feel about it going in, but like I said, all the rest of their games are, I believe, against playoff bound teams. So they're on the outside looking in, and I don't think they're going to make it in to the postseason. I think we've known that for a couple of weeks now, but the door is closing.
Yeah, the door is closing for Utah. It's pretty bleak when you look at the stand. Now you got to definitely look at the standings to see where the teams stand. Looks to me like there's three teams playing for two. There's a team out there like Dallas that's outside looking in. OKC as well, and the Lakers. Those three seem to be battling for that 9-10 at the end. The way it looks, I don't know with LeBron in the lineup. We'll see what happens. It was a horrible loss for OKC last night. That was one of the worst losses of the season for any team, I think. Last night, that could really dampen their playoff hopes there. Losing a game like that, Lakers in a revenge spot tonight. But again, with the Spurs, the situation with them is Ken, you're not looking at a spread cover, but man, their second half collapses, especially in those fourth quarters, have just been atrocious.
I mean, but when you got 15s and 21s up there in your fourth quarter, that's where it's coming to heed, right? You have these guys. Again, they were terrible on that road trip, and they missed some of these players on that road trip as well. There have been a few guys that have come back in the lineup, but to me, Keldon Johnson, I mean, this guy, I think everybody agrees this guy's a baller. And Vassell had been putting up the points. So without those, I think that's where it's coming down to not being able to, I don't want to say finishing out games. Here's a team that's lost 6 of their last 7 games, and we know that they've been one of the worst teams in the league all season. But you really need something there in the end. So Mindy and I went with San Antonio, went with Utah. I'm sorry, Tony. Utah, we were willing to lay 6 points this morning, and it's down there to 4.5. I guess the move is on San Antonio, maybe because Markkanen's out, maybe because of what we talked about with the playoff picture, but Utah should be able to get this win, maybe even by double digits, I would think. Basically, because of what you said too, the fade factor there in the fourth quarter for the Spurs, especially missing a bulk of players tonight. A few have come back, but really it's 5 or 6 players off their general roster that'll be out for tonight's game.
Yeah, it's a little different in this NBA when we're talking about backups stepping up because of the higher shooting percentage that we're seeing now in the league and the faster play. These guys that aren't getting the reps, it's going to be a little more difficult for them to step up and play at this high rate of these starters now, especially with the speed of the game and the shooting percentages, how high they. I mean, 47% shooting isn't any good anymore. I mean, I'm glad it used to be like a top number, but it's amazing when you look at some of the bottom third, when you look at some of the past trends here, past 15 games or so, and you look at shooting. I'm looking at teams the bottom third. It's 47% from the field in the bottom third now. It's insane. All right, Ramon here. Jazz Spurs under 234. This one to have a start time here, 8 p.m. Eastern time. Ramon, let's take a look over at Tony'sPicks.com for today's action. Of course, Ramon, look at these numbers here for 2023. 5,897 units of profit based on a $100 wager, like pretty much all the multi-capper sites out there in the universe that document their handicappers. Top performer anywhere you'll find here. Great results there on those sites that actually use $1,000. As I know, there's a few sites out there that get no traffic. They try to inflate them. Well, if you add another zero to it, that would be 58,970 units for those sites that use 1,000 as a bet. I run into some of those. But anyway, Ramon, great results here for 2023. 10 games on the board. NBA, a few on the ice. Right before baseball. What do you have going over at Tony's Picks?
Yeah, gotta be proud of that, Tony. We remember we only picking sides and totals and money lines here, and some first for up fives when we get to baseball. But proud of that number. Thank you. We'll try to keep it going here. As all of our cappers, like I said, doing great. Hey, today, well, let's be honest, light day here with NBA 10-game card and 3-game hockey card. I've got a 3-pack right now in the NBA. My best plays. I've got a few more that I'm looking at, and we know the card's a little bit ugly with some of these lops that might have to just hang right here because you know what tomorrow is, the start of baseball season, and we'll probably go a little bit heavy there, thinking that maybe we're going to put our numbers to the test against the bookmakers right away to start out the season. I'm not saying we're playing with house money here, but hey, you got the aces out there, should be able to, make a determination who you like in some of those opening day games. We know opening day kind of reflects the true value. Yeah, there's upsets in baseball, but the opening day reflects the true value of the franchise, of the club. So we'll be in action tomorrow for sure. But let's stick with this 3-pack today in the NBA. Pick it up for $30 and keep the roll going with Red Hot Ramon Scott. I even talked to myself in the third person. I'm so hot. So why not grab that 3-pack or grab the 3-day, the 7-day? We had some sales on the longer term packages today. Makes me very happy. Thank you so much to the viewers. If it was you out there, thank you so much. Also, Tony, right there, the $15 discount best bet. 3-game card in the NHL. I'm just going to go with one play today. It's in the Florida Toronto game. Mindy and I agreed on the morning steam that the Toronto Maple Leafs were going to beat the Florida Panthers. We had that on the show today. So pick up my totals bet. Mindy already gave you a preview. Let's see if I agree with her. Pick up my NHL Wednesday discount best bet. Credit guarantee, just $15. If I don't win that, you're going to get credits back to your account to try with me again or another handicapper. That's the great thing about the Tony'sPicks.com profit guarantee, that our packages must win. That's why I keep winning. I can't afford to lose. So let's keep winning with Ramon Scott here over at Tony'sPicks.com. Hey, pick up one of those packages right now. Let's do it, huh? Let's get that 7-day, because you got Major League Baseball opening week. If everybody makes a joke, Tony, everyone bets baseball for the first week and then they're done for the summer. Not if you're following me, not if you're following the cappers at Tony's Picks. We're going to have winning handicappers, there's no doubt about it. The way things are going, I expect we'll be able to pull through somehow another summer. Once we get out of the basketball and hockey playoffs, we get through those month and a half to 2 months of baseball action, get you to football, but you want to be in action. You got to keep that bankroll going, especially if you've been tailing me, if you've been on these picks for this year and seeing that profit. Yeah, I know what you're saying, Tony. We're doing this on $100 unit picks. So when you're up nearly 60 units, that's no joke. Yeah, I deal in a lot of high volume. That's the only way I can get there. So be prepared, be ready. If you're coming in on one of my long-term packages and you don't feel comfortable playing, if your full unit is nickels and dimes, step it down. Take it down, 3, 4, whatever you want to do. That's up to you. We're just giving the picks. But I'm sure that everyone's pretty happy the way things are going, my subscribers to those packages right now. Short-term package, hey, let's go big. Grab that 3-pack tonight in the NBA, and let's hit it on a day like today where, I don't know if it's a great card necessarily, but the action's out there, and we're going to be in action tonight at Tony'sPicks.com.
That's right, guys. Got Ramon Scott over at Tony'sPicks.com. Because we put the results up again here. It's been on absolute fire. 5,897 units of profit here for 2023. So go ahead and get on board with Ramon tonight, as he was mentioning, plays up on the board here from the NBA, a 3-pack, as well as a best bet from the NHL. So get on board there. And of course, instead of buying these plays individually, you may opt for that 7-day all sports pass. The way Ramon's running, 7 days of plays from Ramon Scott, all his NBA, all his NHL. That would also include the remainder here of the NIT final, as well as the NCAA Tournament Final Four, as well as the championship game next Monday, and baseball for 7 days on that 7-day all sports pass. That's a great value right now. We'll save you 20% off when you use that promo code TonyT at checkout. You can access Ramon's page by clicking the link in the description. Click the All Cappers tab, then you'll land right on Ramon's page and go ahead and get signed up there. All right, Ramon, we put together a Twitter account for you over at Tony Six Ramon. More content there, and of course, they get your updates as well. These are now in the hands of Ramon, and the adults are in charge now. They have their Twitter accounts up there, and as well, we can catch you the morning steam and a little bit more content on the Discord. And of course, you also provide picks on the site.
Yeah, by the way, right? So tonight, Tony, on those free picks on the site, on the embedded picks with our limited selection, hey, how about checking me out on the embedded videos where I have plays in the American Hockey League tonight? How about that? We don't cover it necessarily in our back end, but I've took a look at the card tonight in the AHL, my late games, and I've got an embedded video, the sponsor video there, a game in the AHL, and also with the leaderboard video, which took like 5.5 minutes to go over all those winners, Tony, on the site. Sometimes it only takes 4 minutes, but right now, with everybody winning, I like to mention all of them, mention everybody, especially our new cappers in our conglomeration with a group of cappers that have been doing very, very well. So that looks great. Those numbers all looking great. Pick up those picks there also on Twitter. Send something nice out for you a little bit here. Kind of regurgitating some of the videos and things like that, but also putting out original free picks as well. And I think that's where some more of the NBA picks might end up tonight, because it's a card where I'm not going to go very deep, I think, with baseball on deck, if you will. So check those out as well. Back with more morning steam. So you're guaranteed at least 15 picks tomorrow in Major League Baseball, if not more, and also a big card in hockey tomorrow, and just a 2 game card in NBA on Thursday. But getting ready also for the Final Four on Saturday. Oh gosh, getting nervous with that one. So just good action here at Tony'sPicks.com. Check out those handicapper leaderboards, see who's hot, and then get signed up with our crew. Look, not just me. Everyone's hot. Everyone's putting up a really strong percentage right now. Everybody really doing a good job, Tony. You should be happy with the cappers on the site. I know you already are, but doing those leaderboard videos every day is fun, especially when it's running uh, 10 deep on profitable cappers over the last several days over at Tony'sPicks.com. So check us out, check me out, and don't forget to join us tomorrow with more Morning Steam, 6 a.m. Pacific, 8 Central, 9 Eastern. Mindy Hahn and I will be here to break down. It's beautiful, Tony, to look at that odds board of baseball lines with the pitchers listed, and if there's been any movement, real beautiful for a nerd like me that likes to look at the betting screen.
That's
Um,
right. And to see Patrick Corbin start for the Washington Nationals, he's what the heck is he doing still in baseball? Oh my
Tony.
goodness, you got to be out of your mind. And anyway, all right, guys, check out the leaderboard videos here. As you can see, Ramon here updates the leaderboard with his free pick as well. So we got a couple of zones here on our site here. So click the premium tabs, the leaderboard update video, get caught up on what's going on our site and our leaders on the site. And of course, you get a free pick there from Ramon. And of course, you can go to the homepage, and of course, we've got a sponsored video pick, and a lot of sponsors sponsored the video pick there on the homepage. Just scroll down near the pick ticker. That's where you'll find it. You can also find Ramon on the Discord. Just click the link you see there in the chat box, and you'll get to our Discord for more content. And of course, remember, it was Tony's Picks Ramon for Ramon's Twitter account here on our site. All right, Ramon, as always, great having you on the show. Keep up the great work, and we'll catch up with you again tomorrow.
See you then, Tony. Thanks a lot.
Got it, Ramon.